Let me get to this actual first topic. Do you believe a man changes for the right woman, or does he only change when?
You ain't even gotta ask.
So y'all think a man will change for the right woman?
Don't ever tell or ask a man to do anything. If he wants to do it, he will do it for you. I stand all 10 freshly done toes on that. 100%.
Okay, well, what's your thoughts?
Honestly, I feel like you kind of need both. Sometimes men don't know they need to change until the right person does come along. You know what I'm saying? And also, too, it does go into, okay, a man is going to do something for somebody if he wants to do it. You can't make him do it. But also, too, he has to want to change for himself.
That was like 3, but...
Yeah, I know. But it's all together, though. Like,
I personally feel like men know what they're doing regardless of what you're asking, what you're doing. They know exactly what they're doing from jump. They know what their intentions from jump. So when you continuously say like, oh, I want flowers. Oh, I want you to take me out. And they still have yet to do it. They know what their intentions are. So it's like you begging and begging and begging. It's going to prolong it's everything. So it's like you can keep begging, but that man know exactly who he want, who he going to go back to. Because when she call and when she be like, oh, I want you back, he's leaving you.
With quickness, too.
Swift.
Interesting.
That man is going like the Flash.
What's your thoughts on this?
I don't know if it's necessarily like a change, because like, right, if it's like a situation where he's not doing something, where he's like, you asking him to do stuff, like you want flowers, you want all that, like I don't think he changed. That was always there. He just didn't want to do it for you. But I do agree with your point, like of a person having to, like, if they want actual change, having to do it for themselves and not for like a person, because then it's not really like sustainable. I don't feel it's sustainable if you're doing it for somebody else and not changing for yourself.
All right, let me ask the men, you know what I mean, that can actually answer this question for themselves. Like, you know what I mean? Yo, when I seen this post, I seen it online. I went to the comments just to see, you know, what the consensus was, and it was nothing but women speaking for men. And I'm like, how the fuck y'all speaking for us? Like, y'all gotta let us speak for ourselves every once in a while. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Women
like,
experienced it, like they've seen it firsthand. So it's like,
but at the end of the day, you're not a man. So it's like, you know what I mean?
Which is understandable, but it's like
it's repetitive.
We've already seen it with a guy that we probably liked so much, and he already gave us the intention of we're gonna be together, but already slapped us in the face and was like, yo, I want to be with this girl. But
they're not ready for a relationship.
But then ends up in a relationship kind of like a month, 2 months later. So it's like, we're not talking for you guys. It's just more so like we've experienced it so we can speak on it.
6 years asking, you know, for marriage. Next relationship in 2 months, like you're engaged. Like, come on.
So would y'all say like generalizing is normally like a good method to use when having conversations?
I don't. I mean, when you're speaking, like when you're just speaking, like you kind of have to generalize.
That's fair, right?
You're gonna just be
that's
like,
fair, right?
Like, well, except for this, and except for this, and except for this.
That's fair. I agree with you 100%. Like, I'm glad they said that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh no.
Keem, what's your thoughts on this? Like,
yo, do I believe? What's the question?
Does a man change?
Even let you get it out.
Does a man change for the woman? I guess he wants, or does he change when he just feels the need to change?
I think it's a little of both. I mean, the right woman can come along. Nah, it got to be when he ready to change, because a lot of men lose out on good women because they wasn't ready to change. They wasn't healed and ready to make that change for themselves. So I think you really got to be in that space to change. No woman is going like losing a woman. I seen losing a woman expedite that process. You know what I mean? Or almost losing a woman, like going through that, expedite that process. But yeah, you gotta be ready. It gotta come from within, and then you know what I mean. You could make that move.
Yeah. No, yeah, I totally agree. I think, you know, a man will only change when he's ready to change. You know what I mean? That might come with age. That might come with experience, dealing with certain, like losing a woman, or just dealing with certain type of women when you be like, you know what, I deserve better than this. I don't have to tolerate this type of behavior. So I really don't think no woman can make a man change. I think that's solely on a man to make that decision within himself to change for himself first, and then be able to receive that energy from a woman. Because like I said, you could run into the right woman or the right man, you know, all the time. If you're not ready to make that change or that sacrifice or be committed to that person, you're never going to be in that situation. It's never going to be right for you. It's never going to work out. So I think, you always got to do the work within yourself.
even like the situations y'all talking about where like he's tell one girl he not ready for a relationship and then he end up in one 2 months later. You don't know how long that relationship lasted. Like he might have went back to the same shit that he was doing with you a couple months later. You know what I'm saying? He might just went through a period where he like, all right, maybe I could do this, and then nah, I can't do it. So you got to look at the longevity of these relationships and stuff like that.